Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So let's dive into an update on the current events that have transpired today. Let's get you up to date. Let's get you in the know. Now, before we start, folks, beware of scammers, okay? Beware of anybody that DMs you or anything like that, okay? You can always get hold of me. I'm very community orientated and I'm always here for you folks, okay? We don't clickbait or anything like that. And if you haven't subscribed here, consider dropping a subscription. So let's dive straight into it. So folks, as you know, the tax proposal has passed. Why am I calling it a tax proposal? Well, this is because the burn tax is there. It's ready to go. It just needs the rate setting. And this proposal was to set the rate, and I've checked through a few proposals and I don't think there's any as strong as this one or as fast. And a lot of people are saying about the transactional volume taking a serious hit and things like that, but we're yet to see, you know, the majority of the coins out there become staked. We've got less than 9% actually staked, and we'll get onto that in a second. But folks, this is really good because it just shows, you know, it's all going to go through, it's all going swimmingly, regardless of what people have been saying, it's all going to happen. So let's move over to now the transactional tax, okay? But before we dive into that, let's go over to LUNCPenguin quickly and let's look at the staking ratio. Now, as you can see, we've got 9.532 at the top, and then what we actually have bonded is the true staking amount, okay? So if the actual amount is 8.137, and if you minus that number, the bottom number from the top number, that's what's being undelegated currently. So this means that the rewards have actually gone up for anyone because the people who had bonded LUNC has gone down, and you'll see the actual correction soon unless more people obviously bond more coins. But always keep that in mind, that the more people that stake, the less the rewards become. The less people that stake, the higher the reward payouts become, because it's being split between less people. So now let's go over to the transactional volume. So if we set this for the last 7 days, now let's go 14 days, okay? So we've got a serious amount of transactional volume, and then all of a sudden 2.26 billion, 2.31 billion. You know, this is some serious transactional volume for just USTC alone, okay? So remember, USTC also gets burnt, okay? So now let's check Luna, okay? Look at this transactional volume. 3.13 trillion in 1 day. So pretty much the whole circulating supply got moved around, okay, in 2 days. That would have been a serious amount of tax. So if we get days like this consistently here and there, you know, at least 3 or 4 times a month, that will help us loads. So much would have been burnt from these. So I'm going to be putting up the proposal once these two that are up at the moment have ended, and it's just going to be to nullify the community tax, the community pool burn tax, okay? I'm going to wait until the burn tax has landed and those proposals go down, and then I'll put up my proposal. It's just to nullify the burn tax on the community pool, okay? Nothing else is included in this burn tax. Nothing else that's included in that proposal is getting nullified apart from the burn tax, okay? It's so important that we do not burn, okay, our community pool. It's our treasury, and currently the treasury is worth, I'll go on crypto.com. I can give you an exact answer. So the community pool is used for so many things, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you click new proposal, click the type, you can see community pool spend, and this is because anybody can suggest a community pool spend. You just need to know how to pretty much write the proposal, and it's as simple as that. So I'm just on crypto.com. Let's go to LUNC. I am moving over to Binance, by the way, because just so many people have said to me just get off of crypto.com. So what can I say? How much did we say we had? 18 million. Let's do 18. So that's £4,422. So that's nearer to $5,000. That's really good amount of money to make a start on possible advertising. you know, paying for audits. You know, they were just saying in the KuCoin AMA about having the ability to do audits, but they don't have the manpower. They're looking at getting externally done. They could do a community pool spend so we could have an audit done of everything and make sure we're all doing everything correctly. Now, another thing to think about, okay, a lot of people are saying about, you know, who's in control of the chain, and no one is. It's decentralized, and the whole point of this is because there's validators, and validators run the blockchain. That's why it's so important you choose who you delegate with, and each validator plays a critical role, and if one validator goes down, another validator will be ready to take its position to commit new blocks. And this whole, I see a lot of hate for certain validators on the blockchain, and nonetheless they are on the blockchain, they are helping. And I think LUNCDAO put out a tweet, hang on, yeah, here we go. And it's very important. The blockchain itself is running completely independent of TFL. The validators are the guardians of the blockchain, okay? The guardians of the blockchain. Interfacing with the blockchain without using the command line requires some tooling that uses TFL resources. We are working on this independence. Reality is, all TFL stuff were wiped out, we would be fine. It would just be inconvenient for a lot of people, but assets would be safe. The blockchain would continue to run. And that's from Ed, okay? So just absorb the information that's around you. Make sure you're in the know. And this whole situation, which is going on right now, in my opinion, this proves how many people kind of FOMO'd in, so to speak, as it was running up. And then everyone's now deciding to take profit as people's coins are becoming undelegated. And there's a lot of people attempting to short the coin. But you know, I think once the burn tax lands, and that's where the stagnation is right now, is that nothing is actually going on. We're seeing a lot of talk on AMAs, but we're yet to see, you know, projects, utility, things like this be shown to us that are being worked on. And obviously, as you folks know, I'm working with many utilities and many projects, but I'm just one person. And they were saying about, you know, people reaching out to them to help and stuff, and it's just very interesting. There were so many things that should have been asked in that AMA, like how are KuCoin going to be supporting the LUNC community? Will they be applying the burn tax on all transactions if they see good data? There were so many questions that could have been asked in my opinion, but they just weren't. And it's as simple as that. So folks, like I said, once these two go down, the burn tax lands, I'll put a proposal up to nullify the burn tax, and hopefully everybody will nullify the burn tax on the community pool. God no. But there were some interesting things actually said in that AMA, and it was a bit alarming because they were like, yeah, you know, anybody can turn off a tax. And it's like, yes, obviously, Ed, but, you know, you shouldn't just... But yeah, it's proof in itself, you know, anybody can control this. And even if someone wanted to vote the burn tax up to 99%, they could do that. And as long as everybody agreed with it, and all the validators and everybody voted on it, you'd be fine. It would go through. And it's as simple as that. So it's very interesting. And obviously they were talking about V23s coming around Christmas time, which is really good to see that that's coming around Christmas time. So, you know, that's a few more months away. That gives them time to get this done properly. The chain is working. The burn tax is going to land. And we're all going to be gathering data in the meantime. And then in 41 days, the Happy Catty Crypto node will launch. And I think I'm just going to call it Happy Catty Crypto because it's obvious it's a node. It's pretty obvious that I'm doing what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I'm just going to call it Happy Catty Crypto, kind of similar to how most people have gone about naming their nodes. Smart Stake, Stakebin, MCF, PCF, LUNCDAO, Orbital Command. I'm just going to go for Happy Catty Crypto because then people are never ever going to get confused as to what is HCC. We get this all the time and it means Happy Catty Crypto and it's not that obvious to most people. So yeah, folks, stay safe out there. Like I said, I'll never ever DM you and just stay safe. We'll catch you in the next video. None of this is ever financial advice. And like I always say,